I've always thought this camera is low cost. I don't want to say low budget.
Yeah.
Their gear was always out of date.
You know what? That's the sun now. You know,
but they were the low budget company. You know what I mean? Like I always thought. If you want to go to out Vegas, get Mr. Camera because you don't have to spend a lot of money. Because I don't think he pays you guys. But if he can do it for 70 grand, he does it, and then next year he says, cost of living things have been going up, so I have to raise it up to 85 grand. He's still going to get the deal.
But what do you call it? It's like he's able to the order.
He doesn't stay with the 70 grand because he doesn't need to. So one job is 70 grand.
One job.
What's his payout? Is he paying for the airfare? Is he paying for? Is he paying your guys per diems?
All that. I conscience will give it $200 for each person to travel.
Is he giving the camera people $850 or is he giving them $650? Nowadays, camera people are $850.
I know everything is done.
$650 is 10 hours or 8 hours?
10.
So let's look at Jeff's lesson.
Taylor.
Does he still work there?
Yeah. Should Jeff 68?
Yeah, so he's getting $650 when he should be getting $850.
Yeah.
But I think Jeff's only an E&G cameraman anyway. I never see him do anything.
Well, no, he does not.
I think he's terrific.
Yeah.
I don't like him. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
The two negative things that we always get about him is he's lazy, and all he likes to do is talk about his wife and makeup artist. But I like him. He's a nice guy. I know that, so I have to keep an eye on him.
Right.
I don't know how many times I said to you, make sure he moves.
Right.
I always think like him. But you know what you get. That's why he was always perfect for standing in the ring with a tripod. All the other kids would get the camera off the shoulder, got him walking in. You know, each person is different. There's nobody who's right. I think it's
Especially with young kids.
Young kids move, though. Some of these young kids move. This kid, Luke, you don't stay in his room. Luke over there. Yeah. And last night I went back to the room, I was exhausted. I got some stuff done. And I'm like, all right, I got an early call. I need to go to sleep. And I didn't sleep all the night before. Luke texts me, oh, I'm going down to play craps. Go ahead. No, because you don't really need to do it. You know, like I also go to sleep because I know I got a busy day today.
Right.
It's not a lot of work. It's just that I was walking inside. I don't have to spray it so much. And you try and call him, you don't answer. He's in bed shape.
I'm hoping he said something to me. I want to just watch some of those.
Showtime owns pictures. I think they do. I'm not sure. Why they move the? I don't care.
How were the poses?
They didn't post.
No?
We stood on the outside facing out. They didn't face off because of the fight.
No, no.
Oh.
You guys
Well, see,
left at 9 or what?
one of the fighters was like, he didn't land 6'4". But, yeah, with Theodore, he likes to talk to them. Everybody else just wants to do the poses and get out. But it also takes longer when everybody speaks Spanish and they don't speak English. You see that it's taller. She got new shoes and they make her look taller. You look taller than you.
You guys went downtown?
No, we're too tired. We might go tonight. Go?
What you guys have?
All right. Wait. I want to go to the D. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. The new ones, sir.
Are they still old looking? Or is it this new one?
New one.
I like the old one.
You know, downtown has to be this 1%.
I used to go there with hey, you can't go there. You're saving that spot for something. Okay.
Like, I see that you're gonna be loud, white. I see that you're gonna be white. I'm just swinging. I don't know if I'm getting your shot. It's not gonna be a problem.
Start with that. Okay, guys, so
Fighters on stage.
They're waiting for someone. This is like coming in 3 minutes into the show.
Tell me when you're ready to roll. You'll know as soon as Brian starts talking. Come on.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Las Vegas. The MGM Grand. Brian Custer, the host of Showtime Championship Boxing. Of course, yesterday we had the official press conference for Canelo versus Caleb Plant. Today, it is the official undercard press conference in what should be a historic night on November 6th, which is Saturday in just 2 days, when we will crown the first undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, the first in the sport of boxing. This fight card also has 3 fantastic fights here on the undercard, featuring former champions, top contenders, looking to make their mark on what should be a historic night. Of course, the Showtime pay-per-view undercard begins at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time here in Vegas. This event is being promoted by Canelo Promotions and one of the best in the business, TGB Promotions as well. Sponsored by Hennessy and Value. 3 fights, former champions, top contenders on this undercard. Gonna talk to some of the fighters. Also gonna take some of the questions here from members of the media. Let's start with the first fight of the night that opens the broadcast, 9 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time. You got an unbeaten fighter, Juan Pablo Romero, 14-0. 9 of his victories have come by knockout, and he will be taking on Elvis Rodriguez, 11-1 and 1 with 10 knockouts. Gentlemen, if you would, let's start by just giving an opening statement to let people know how things are going. Juan Pablo Romero, we'll start with you. If you could, just give the members of the media an opening statement and what we should expect come Saturday night.
Bueno, Juan Pablo, empezamos con vos en esta conferencia de prensa. Contanos tus expectativas iniciales y lo que podemos esperar de esta pelea.
Bueno, primeramente, muchas gracias por el recibimiento. Me enorgullece mucho estar aquí peleando en estos grandes escenarios que el Canelo ha abierto a todos los pugilistas que queremos llegar a ganar en un campeonato mundial. Venimos bien preparados, hemos estado en una carrera muy difícil como es el boxeo, pero 100% mexicana, donde nos enorgullece. Nosotros los mexicanos crecemos con 2 deportes nada más, que es el boxeo y el fútbol, y bendito Dios, me gustó el boxeo y aquí estamos listos para la pelea. Venimos muy bien preparados y esperen de nosotros el día sábado un gran espectáculo, un gran combate, y con el favor de Dios vamos a salir con la mano en alto. Muchísimas gracias a todos los medios de comunicación por este recibimiento, y sin duda el sábado todos los mexicanos vamos a ganar, porque también celebramos apenas un día muy conmemorativo en México, como fue el Día de Muertos, y a darle. Muchísimas gracias.
Well, thank you very much to all the media and the fans for receiving all of us so kindly here at the MGM Grand Arena. And, you know, this is going to be a special weekend for all Mexicans. It's the Day of the Dead that we're going to be celebrating this weekend. And this is a fight that Canelo really opened the doors for us. And I really appreciate the fact that I'm going to be able to be a part of this undercard with such great fighters. And it has like 100% stamp of the Mexican style of boxing. So I hope that we're going to be able to provide a great show for the fans, and that in the end, I'm going to be able to win.
Elvis, same thing to you. If you would, give members of the media an opening statement. Let them know what we should expect on Saturday night.
Luis, tus conclusiones iniciales.
Buenas tardes. Bueno, primero que nada, me siento bien contento, bien motivado de estar aquí en este gran evento, y ha sido un camino bien largo para nosotros poder estar aquí hoy, pero hemos trabajado bien fuerte, hemos trabajado bastante duro, hemos corregido muchísimos errores y creo que estamos mucho más que listos para este sábado salir con la mano en alto.
Well, it's been a long road to get here, and I really appreciate the fact that I made it here. We had to work so hard, fix a lot of mistakes that made us better in the end. And now I'm confident that I'm going to be able to give my best on Saturday night.
Juan Pablo, here's the great thing about this opening fight. You guys get to set the tone for what we're going to see, not only throughout the night, but for the main event. What's the tone you're trying to set then Saturday night?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, can you repeat this?
The great thing is they get the opening fight gets to set the tone for what we're going to see, not only in the main event, but for the rest of the night. What's the tone he's trying to set Saturday night?
Bueno, ¿cuál es la pauta que vos querés determinar en esta pelea? ¿Qué es lo que querés que pase desde el principio en esta pelea contra Elvis?
Bueno, estamos venimos bien preparados para dominar el combate, mostrar el valor mexicano, el estilo mexicano de todos los boxeadores que traemos, de esa garra de ir adelante por nuestros objetivos, por nuestras metas y meter la mano fuerte para, tenemos la preparación suficiente para llevarnos esta victoria.
My goal here is to prove that the Mexican style of boxing is very much alive and well. I'm going to go out there, be aggressive, and come out with the win, no matter what.
Elvis?
Bueno,
He said he's coming out for the win, no matter what. But you also told the media on Saturday, I'm going to show Juan Pablo and the boxing public that I'm the real deal. What do you mean by that?
Bueno, Elvis, le dijiste a la prensa antes de la conferencia que le vas a demostrar a todos que Elvis es la verdad, que es lo verdadero y que le vas a demostrar a todos lo que sos capaz. ¿Qué quisiste decir con eso?
bueno, claro que sí, para eso venimos preparados, para demostrar al mundo del boxeo de que nosotros estamos hechos. Como te dije en la vez anterior que hablé, he estado trabajando encima de todos nuestros errores y esta vez venimos bastante fuertes, bastante preparados y van a ver un evento muy diferente este próximo sábado.
Well, my goal is to show everybody that I am the real deal. And like I said before, we have corrected a lot of mistakes. I'm a different fighter, a different person than I was in the past. And I'm ready to show everybody that I'm up to the challenge and that I can prevail in the end.
Last question. Juan Pablo, you faced a man who came on the scene and he knocked out 10 of his first 11 opponents. He says he's looking to bring the fight to you. What are you looking to bring to him?
Bueno, Elvis ha noqueado a 10 de sus primeros 8 oponentes. Él también es agresivo. ¿Qué van a hacer vos contra él para contrarrestar ese tipo de agresividad?
Pues bueno, mira, nosotros también somos boxeadores que vamos hacia adelante, vamos metiendo la mano fuerte, entonces no nos preocupa que él haya noqueado a 10 o a 20, nosotros sabemos nuestra preparación, sabemos nuestras fortalezas y con esa seguridad y con ese objetivo vamos a salir el día sábado.
We don't care if he knocked out 10, 20, 30. We really don't care because we're aggressive as well. We're going to come out with our own game plan, with our own confidence, and securing the fact that if we do what we plan to do, we're going to be okay in the end.
Lastly, Elvis, what does a win over Romero do for you?
Bueno, Elvis, si le llevas a ganar a Romero, ¿qué crees que va a significar eso para tu carrera?
Bueno, creo que este va a ser el inicio, un nuevo inicio para mi carrera y creo que después de esto ya vienen cosas más grandes para él y nosotros hemos trabajado bien duro para llegar hasta aquí y creo que vamos a aprovechar eso al máximo. Estamos listos para este momento.
Well, if I beat Romero, I believe it's going to be a new beginning for my career. We have worked really hard to get here, but we want more, and I believe that's possible, and I'm going to try my best to show you guys how far I've come and how much I've improved.
Fantastic, thank you. That's the first fight of the night. We get to the second fight. And this should be a good one. Just like the first one. You got Ray Vargas, 34-0, 22 knockouts. Former WBC super bantamweight champion of the world, taking on Leonardo Baez. 21-4, 12 knockouts. And he has won his last 3 fights, by the way, by stoppage. Leonardo, we'll start with you. Give members of the media an opening statement, and what should they expect Saturday night when you take on Ray Vargas?
Bueno, Leo, conclusiones iniciales de lo que podemos esperar de vos en esta pelea. Bueno, primero que nada, muchas gracias, ¿no? Muchas gracias a la promotora por la oportunidad, muchas gracias al gran campeón por darme la oportunidad también de pelear con él. Y pues, ¿qué puedo decir? No nos preparamos muy fuerte para esta pelea. No cualquier peleador es el respaldo de esta cartelera de ahorita de Canelo Alvarez, que ahorita es el que más vende boletos, ¿no? Todos sabemos eso y pues tenemos esa oportunidad y realmente pues me preparé para no defraudar. Yo sé que voy contra un gran campeón, pero nos preparamos para eso.
Well, first of all, thank you very much to the promotion and to a great champion for allowing me to be a part of such a prestigious undercard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to prove I'm ready to not disappoint anybody. Canelo Alvarez is the biggest draw in boxing, and it's truly an honor to be a part of something as big as this. So in the end, I'm going to try and do my best to come out with the win and not disappoint the fans that are going to be watching on TV and in the stands.
Ray, same thing. Give members of the media an opening statement. What should they expect? It's been basically 2 years since we last seen you fight.
Ray, no te debemos pelear hace 2 años. La gente está ansiosa por verte pelear. Contanos tus conclusiones iniciales sobre lo que podría ser una gran vuelta.
Sí, gracias por empezar. Muchas gracias a toda esta gente bonita de Las Vegas, ese gran escenario. Compartir la carrera con otro mexicano, Canelo Alvarez, es un gran orgullo y una gran alegría estar aquí.
It's a great source of pride and I'm really happy to be here. And first of all, thank you so much to Canelo Alvarez and everybody who made it possible to be here. And I'm really eager to show everybody what I can do after 2 years away. And I'm ready.
Hemos estado un tiempo fuera de ring por cuestiones obligatorias de alguna manera, pero eso no quiere decir que estamos fuera de línea. Al contrario, vamos a ver un Rey Vargas nuevo, un Rey Vargas más adaptado, y yo creo que con esa nueva faceta de disfrutar lo que hago arriba del ring. Venimos a hacer esas nuevas peleas que siempre hemos hecho, disfrutar, hacer ver boxeo fácil de alguna manera, y bueno, que la gente se lleve ese buen sabor de boca de un boxeo técnico.
Well, if you think that I'm rusty after 2 years away from boxing, you could not be more wrong. I came here to show that I can still bring the fight to them and to be able to show that Rey Vargas is still very much a contender and someone that's intact in his fighting skills. So we'll see what happens on Saturday, but I'm confident in my skills.
Leonardo, he said if you're thinking that he's rusty, forget about it. He's coming to bring the fight to you. You've won your last 3 fights by stoppage. Can you stop Rey Vargas Saturday night?
Bueno, vos ganaste tus últimas 3 peleas deteniendo a tus oponentes. ¿Crees que se viene la cuarta o crees que va a ser diferente?
Pues si se da la oportunidad, obviamente la vamos a agarrar, no la vamos a soltar, pero nosotros nos preparamos para los 10 rounds, ¿no? Porque nosotros sabemos el boxeo que tiene. Y pues como le digo desde el principio, nosotros nos preparamos muy bien para este gran compromiso y pues si se da la oportunidad, claro que la vamos a agarrar, ¿no? Si la llegamos a poner un buen golpe, no lo vamos a soltar, pero igual venimos preparados para los 10 rounds.
Well, look, if the knockout presents itself, the opportunity of knocking him out presents itself, then great. I'm not gonna shy away from one big punch. But we have had a great preparation, and we prepared to go all 10 rounds if needed, because we know that Rey Vargas is a quality fighter, and we know the quality of the opponent that we have in front of us.
Ray, we'll wrap it up with this. Listen, we know you've been a champion, 122, but at 126, do you see Rey Vargas being a champion again at that weight? And I know in the past there was talk of maybe you and Gary Russell Jr. fighting. Do you see that as a fight in your future still?
Bueno, te ves con objetivos de campeón en un futuro cercano, y además se habló en algún momento de que ibas a pelear contra Gary Russell Jr. ¿Te gustaría que eso suceda? Primero respondí la primera, traduzco, y después me hablas de Gary Russell y traduzco eso. ¿Dale?
Ok. Por supuesto, sobre Gary Russell, estamos en la línea, estamos en negociación de esa pelea, y bueno, para ser nuevos campeones de peso pluma, pero primero nos enfocamos en esta nueva pelea.
Well, as far as Gary Russell goes, if that fight happens, then we will be willing to take it and try to go after that featherweight title. But first of all, we're focused on Saturday. Nothing else crosses our mind but that. And second question.
Primero nos enfocamos en esta primera pelea con Leo, y bueno, estamos bien preparados, sabemos lo que es estar aquí en esos escenarios, tenemos un buen boxeo, esperemos que traiga igual buena preparación para hacer una pelea espectacular, donde podemos boxear o fajarnos, van a volar cachos de nalga, eso sí, definitivo, y pues bueno, yo creo que la gente va a salir con el buen sabor de boca.
As far as your question, Castro, about the championship fights, in this fight, this Saturday, I promise that it's going to be an all-out war. You're going to see, flying teeth and just, a really all-out brawl. And that's what I can promise you.
Fantastic. Now we get to the co-main fight of the night. You got one man looking to make his mark, show the boxing public that not only is he a world-class fighter, but wants to show that he's a serious contender. You got the other man, former two-time world champion, looking to claim another title. Marcos Hernandez, 15-4, in 2, 3 knockouts out of Fresno, taking on the dog, Anthony Dirrell, 33-2-2, 24 knockouts, 2-time world champion at 168 pounds. It's the co-main fight of the night. Marcos, let you address the media, give an opening statement, let them know how things have been going and what they should expect come Saturday night.
Thankful for the opportunity and looking forward to making it more opportunities.
And same thing, address the media. What should we expect when the dog is back in the ring come Saturday night?
First of all, I want to thank Showtime, Heyman, Marco for taking the fight. Expect fireworks. I know Marco brings a good game, and he's a come forward fighter. So, co-main event, it's going to be a hot one. I'm coming in there trying to make my mark and trying to get me a title shot at the winner of the main event. So I gotta make a good statement with that. So I know Marco will bring it. I know it's not going to be an easy fight, and I'm ready for the challenge.
Marcos, you've certainly spent the majority of your career, a lot of your career at 160. Now you're stepping up to 168. Talk to me about stepping up to 168. You're fighting a two-time world champion. Will your power, will it be too much come Saturday night?
This is a fight I've never said no to nothing. If the fight gets to me, I'm gonna say yes. So I was just grateful for the opportunity to get a fight with a two-time world champion. And my last fight was at a 65, 60 before that, 68 before that, or wherever that was. So I've been all over the place weight-wise. I don't really care. I just want to fight.
What would a victory over Anthony Dirrell say about Marco Hernandez as a fighter to the boxing public?
Well, that's for everybody else to decide. I'm just looking forward to a victory and the opportunities that'll come with that. As far as opinions, I don't know. I don't have opinions.
Dog, 0-1-1 in your last 2 fights. How imperative is it for you to get back in the win column?
This is a big opportunity under one of the biggest fights this year. Let's say the super middleweight, undisputed. Like you said, never been an undisputed champion. So this is a big card. I'm just trying to make my mark. I'm trying to get the win under my column and get back to where I was. I think I should have won my last fight, but that's water under the bridge. And we'll go forward from there. Once I get this victory on Saturday, we'll see where the win takes me.
And it begs the question, is Anthony Dirrell still one of the elite top fighters at 168 pounds?
I think I am. I think I'm still up there. I think, a few people still consider me, up there, but it all depends on what I think of myself at the end of the day. I bring a lot to the table. They know that I don't shy from anyone. I don't back down from anyone. I'm just going to step to you like I'm supposed to be there. So come Saturday, you'll see what this camp did to me.
And lastly, you talked about facing the winner, obviously, of Canelo and Caleb. Is that a thing where you say, hey, look, Saturday, I want to come out, I want to look spectacular, so that they say, hey, that guy should be next, whomever is the winner of that main event?
Definitely. I want to, like I said, I want to make a mark. I want to get, don't put a doubt in people's mind about, who should have next and who shouldn't. I'm 37 years old. I'm at the age where, a lot of people consider retirement. So I'm ready. I'm ready for this opportunity. I go into camp 100%. I give everything 100% that I have, and you'll see it on Saturday.
And the reason why I ask that is because, a number of people and guys have written like Benavidez or maybe Charlo coming up should fight the winner of that one.
And they have a good, chance to, but, from me being here, me being a veteran in the game, 37 years old, I think I'm, well equipped to, handle the winner.
I know there's a number of members of the media with questions, so I want to allow you to ask them. Let's start with Keith Hype from the boxing scene. Keith?
Thanks, Brian. My question is for Elvis Rodriguez. Martin, if you could ask Elvis what he learned from the Kenneth Sims fight, what went wrong for him in that fight, and what maybe he corrected during camp for this fight.
Bueno, Elvis, la pregunta es, ¿qué lecciones aprendiste de tu pelea contra Kenneth Sims? ¿Qué sentís que corregiste y qué sentís que puedes mejorar comparado con esa pelea?
Bueno, nosotros en mi última pelea sabemos que yo y mi equipo sabemos que cometimos muchos errores esa noche y nos enfocamos en eso en este campamento, en corregir los errores, principalmente en las combinaciones, en las armas combinaciones, no solamente limitarnos a tirar uno o dos golpes, sino combinaciones, 3 y 4 golpes con velocidad. Hemos mejorado mucho nuestra defensa también y nuestro desplazamiento, nos enfocamos en eso en el campamento.
We are very aware of the fact that we committed a lot of mistakes during my last fight, but we focused on getting better and on 3 things in particular. First of all, combinations, not just throwing 1 or 2 punches, but going for 3, 4, 5 and making it more efficient. Then the defense, making it better, making it stronger, and the agility, moving around and being better in that as well. All 3 of those things I believe are going to make me better this time around.
Next question comes from Sean Zedell from FightHype.
Anthony, let's say Saturday night Canelo wins as expected. You've stated already you want to face the winner, but if he goes ahead with a Charlo or a Benavidez, we know there's some bad blood there with you and Caleb Plant. Would you want to take that fight even with Plant coming off of a loss?
It does nothing for me. Like I said, I'm 37 years old. If I'm doing this again, I'm fighting for nothing. I want to fight for something. I want to set my eyes on something and go get it. I can't just keep fighting for nothing at 37 years old. If I'm fighting for something. And that's what I want to fight for.
Thanks, Sean. Next question comes from Lance Buckmeyer from USA Today. Lance?
Hi, this question is for Ray Vargas. Ray, now that the WBC has elevated you into the #1 position at 126 pounds, is your interest in victory to pursue the champion Gary Russell Jr., or would you rather pursue what is also a very high-profile, lucrative fight against Leo Santa Cruz?
Bueno, Ray, La WBC te elevó al puesto número 1 de los rankings y ahora tenés opciones, ¿no? ¿Qué preferís? ¿Gary Russell Jr. o que sea una pelea más lucrativa contra alguien de un perfil más alto como Leo Santa Cruz?
Por supuesto que vamos a ir trabajando en la pelea, nos enfocamos en esta pelea y yo creo que vamos a ir por Gary Russell si primero esto sale bien y nos lo permite. Yo creo que vamos a ir escalando, ¿no? Ese es el objetivo y bueno, nos vamos a ir ganando el lugar.
Well, first of all, let me tell you that I'm fully focused on this fight and this fight alone. Having said that, if I'm thinking about the future, I will take Gary Russell first and try to improve with each fight as it goes along and getting against better and better opponents as they come.
Thank you, Lance. Next question comes from Jeremy Heritage from Fanside.
Marcos, this question is for you. You've been in against some very tough opponents, whether it's Jason Rosario, Kyron Davis. What to you sets Anthony Dirrell apart from those other fighters?
Anthony Dirrell is a two-time world champion. It's going to be a tough test for me, so I'm just looking to beat my best, and I believe that'll be enough.
Next question, Dan Razor.
Hi there, Ryan. My question is for Ray Vargas. Mark, if you could ask. I just wanted to know from Ray, what's been going on with him for the last 2.5 years? I wasn't really sure what the reason was that he didn't fight. I don't know if it was an injury, if it was emotionally related. What was the situation, and how motivated is he now that it's been such a long layoff coming back to get himself into a championship position?
¿Quieres saber qué pasó durante los últimos 2 años y medio? ¿Fue una lesión? ¿Fue algo promocional? Y más allá de eso, ¿qué tan motivado te sentís en este momento para regresar con todo?
Sí, se juntaron varias cosas. Para empezar, pues fue el cambio de promotora, ¿no? Sabemos cuando quieres cambiar de promotora, pues siempre te quieren retener. Y bueno, entre ese cambio de promotora en el cual yo respeté y siempre fue ya después de que acabó mi contrato, nos llevamos de alrededor de 6-8 meses en que la promotora pues realmente entendiera que ya no había un contrato válido con ellos, ¿no? Entonces 6-8 meses y entonces en ese lapso se atraviesa la pandemia, que nosotros ya tenemos una fecha de pelea, empieza la pandemia, se empieza a recorrer, se me recorrió de 3 a 4 veces porque la pandemia empezó a alargarse. Si quieres traducirlo y ahorita te sigo con las más.
Okay, it's going to be a two-part answer. The first part is the fact that with my promotion, the contract had ended. I respectfully made them aware of the fact that I made my contract valid, and then I wanted to let 6 to 8 months pass after that contract ended in order to start anew. What happened after that? For those 8 months, the pandemic happened, and that made things be postponed 3 or 4 times. And now he's gonna let you know what happens after that.
Entonces ahí sumamos 6 meses más o menos de pandemia, 7, entonces llevamos año y medio, pasó una lesión que se me atravesó, que se pudo pulir rápido y bueno, pues ya se completó el tiempo que era de competencia, pero bueno, ya estamos emocionados, estamos listos, estamos ya con el piecito arriba que se me mueve por subir al ring, estamos súper alegres de que esa noche huele un poquito de sangre.
So after the pandemic, well, while the pandemic was going on, then an injury happened. Basically, a year and a half after it started, the injury happened. But you know what? Everything is in the past. Now I'm motivated and I'm ready to show that I'm gonna go out for all-out war, and punches are gonna fly, and it's gonna be absolutely amazing on Saturday night.
Thank you very much. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Again, folks, I want to remind you, Saturday, it's going to be a historic night. November 6th, Showtime pay-per-view. It begins at 9 o'clock Eastern. That is 6 o'clock Pacific time is when this undercard begins. 3 fights before the main event. Again, the event is being promoted by Canelo Promotions, TGB Promotions, and brought to you by Hennessy and Value. Guys, we have some face-offs here. Have everybody in go by each fight.
Bueno, chicos, si se pueden levantar para el careo, por favor, cada peleador acá, Andrew, les va a decir exactamente dónde se tiene que parar.
Not happening. Thanks, Steve.
Roll cash. Roll.
Just saying, that was Mrs. Shields. You guys are together. Your brother, you know, you with him, is this what he shoots the other thing? In camera? I don't know. I thought of that. The UK. Over the grave. On this side. Look at Dirrell a bit.
Y ya pasamos aproximadamente 4 meses entrenando para esta pelea y ya nos estamos listos ya.
¿Cuántas libras? Porque va a empezar mañana. Va a oficiar este viernes. ¿Cuántas libras se hacen?
Gracias, no, ya gracias a Dios estamos sumamente bien, el peso ya. Solamente esperando el pesaje mañana y mate el sábado.
¿Conoce a tu rival?
Sí, claro que sí, ya lo habíamos visto antes de visto la pelea, no va todo bien. Y bonito.
Después de esta pelea, pues no le ganas.
Bueno, muchas cosas buenas, pero también tiene grandes planes.
Well, for him to come forward, him to box a little bit, him to do a little bit of both. But I think I hit harder, quick.
Speaking of that quickness, where would you still rate your quickness and speed in the division?
Well, I think I'm still there. I think I'm, still up there with some of the quickest people. But that's not for me to decide. I'm on the inside. They're on the outside. They can see a lot better than I can. But like I said, I'm just ready for the shoot.
Because Benavidez has some fast hands. If you look quicker than him, he may have won the fight, but it looked like you were still having quicker hands.
I mean, and that comes from working. That comes from being in the gym, being dedicated to this sport, to the craft. And I'll continue to do that as long as I'm doing it.
I read the article a day or two ago that you hate Caleb.
Yeah.
What's that all about, though?
Just don't like him, man. He's just arrogant. I mean, when you're in a fight, of course, you be disrespectful. You do what you need. But after the fight, that goes out the window. At the end of the day, it's a business. I understand it. But how he acts is just unreasonable. It just doesn't sit well with me. And that's a lot of fighters. I mean, look at Canelo. You never seen Canelo act like this. He's just asshole.
Is it because how he carries himself, or is it like
he carries himself good. I don't care how he carries himself. It's just how he talks and does this and like he's better than it is what it is. If he didn't have that belt, he wouldn't be fighting today. He got the belt at the right time, period. He fought people, he fought bums after he got the belt. Period. Everybody's seen it. And anybody in 68 could have stopped them people.
So do you feel like it happened once he got the belt, or you always felt this way, even when he was on the
No, probably once he got the belt, but he was still kind of there. But once he got the belt, it got a little bit more under his skin.
So does part of you kind of hope he wins the fight because you want the winner? So
I want the winner. But so if he do win, he'll fight another big top guy because he has to. But we'll see. I mean, only time will tell. On the 6th Saturday will tell everything.
That's why I asked you up there if he loses.
No, I don't want to fight him if he loses. It's pointless. I mean, what's the point? Like I said, I'm 37, man. I can't keep fighting for nothing. Like I'm fighting for nothing. My eye is set on the belt. That's it.
How you expect tomorrow or Saturday night to play out in the main event?
I don't care. I really don't. Honestly, I'm worried about Marco. That's the guy in front of me. I know it's going to be a good fight in the main event. I don't care.
Big knockout. Steal the highlights after the fight. If you get a big knockout on the co-feature, you feel like that's in play. That's very possible.
I mean, I just want to make my mark. I want to show people that I should get the next shot at the winner.
Anthony, how much what you went through earlier in your career, the accident, the illness, you were counted out in more than boxing. People now, you're reading everything, they're counting you out now in your career. You've already had your I told you so moment in life. Now, does that give you the confidence to know you can, resurrect and come back and get that one last run in?
I don't care what people think. At the end of the day, it's their thoughts. They can think what they think. It's all about me. It's all about what's in me at the end of the day.
But the fact that I can overcome bigger odds.
Yep, I overcame cancer, motorcycle accident, but that's that's in the past. It's still about my life, but I'm just ready to keep moving forward and prove on Saturday that I deserve a shot.
Anthony, can you please just get your winner for Crawford Porter?
Crawford.
Why is that?
Crawford. I mean, I think I think he has all the tools. I think it'd be a hell of a fight, honestly. I got Crawford though.
That counter punching.
Yeah, he just. I think, and Sean, we know how Sean fights. Sean brings it. Like Sean brings every freaking thing he has. But I think he'll get caught eventually, like he did in the 11th or 12th round with Earl Spencer, and we'll see what happens after that.
Thank you, man.
You mentioned in the main event not really caring who wins, but do you think that could plan outbox him for 12 rounds? Do you think you can keep him off him?
I don't care.
Yeah, well, I mean, you say you fight the winner.
I don't care about them. Like I care about my fight at the end of the day. I know y'all here to cover Caleb and Canelo, but I mean, I just don't care about them. I'm not even focused on. I don't care who wins. I care about my guy
But I mean, you take care of business, whichever one wins. I'm sure you're going to be interested, though.
Of course, after the fight, I'll be interested. But right now, it's Marco. I think like I said, I think it'll be a hell of a fight. But I do think Canelo will catch him late.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm not.
If you get to fight the winner, it's better if it's Canelo, anyways. I mean, that's just a.
I mean, either one of them at the end of the day, because it'll be undisputed, and that's what the people. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants to be undisputed at the end of the day.
I know you say you don't care about that fight, but you've actually firsthand knowledge next week with David and Chiron. So I mean, you probably have a full knowledge of that. You fought both of them.
I'm not even lit. I think David will stop him.
You think David? Or David Benavides?
David Benavides.
Hi, Anthony.
How you doing?
Yeah. When you're done, I will send you to the green room for the WBC. They're doing a painting.
Okay.
For champions. Can you for me, please?
Okay. Yeah.
You come with me,
Se pasaba como Nacho Belisán criticándome severamente. Desgraciadamente, yo he hecho alguna crítica sana de él, pero sin llegar a lastimarlo como Andrés, que es un gran atleta, yo lo respeto mucho a él y a su entrenador y al padre de su entrenador, que es mi amigo de muchos años. Pero alguien se puso mucho tiempo y tuvimos que apelar a la autoridad de México para buscar a esa persona que se ponía como Nacho Belisán y lo criticaba acremente para ponerlo en su lugar. Si te crees que te quepa la aclaración, qué bueno. Nacho Belisán nunca intentó hacerle daño a Saúl, porque lo respeto mucho a él, a sus hermanos, a su mamá y a todos los respeto muchísimo. Porque alguien se pasó de listo y estaba poniéndose como Nacho Belisán, pero bastante tiempo y duro, no solamente a él, criticaba a otros peleadores en mi nombre. Si está bien la aclaración, qué bueno.
Nacho, ¿qué piensas de la carrera de Pacquiao? He's retired now.
Mira, yo soy uno de los que celebra grandemente que se haya retirado a tiempo, porque hizo lo más grande que se puede hacer en el boxeo, ganar tantos títulos y pelear, y a las peleas que se metió con grandes peleadores mexicanos también, ya escribió la historia. Ahora que Dios lo bendiga y ojalá y logre ganar las presidencias de su país para ayudar a tanta gente que está muy joven.
¿Qué pienso que va a ganar el presidente?
Pues ojalá que sí, porque siempre hay en esos lugares lo rodea una gran mafia que no le van a permitir llegar.
Nacho, mi última, ¿quién es el más mejor oponente para Canelo? Si gana aquí la plana, ¿sabes?
Si aplaza eso que le van a poner ahora, yo creo que en la división ya no va a tener ningún rival.
Nacho, ni alguien como David Benavides, ¿usted no cree que, o sea, que nunca ha perdido adentro del ring, ha perdido su cinturón 2 veces, pero adentro del ring, grande, poderoso? ¿Usted no cree que una pelea con David Benavides, si es que gane la próxima,
puede ser una pelea atractiva y que le dio unos millones más de dólares al Canelo, pero también lo va a ganar?
Nacho, ¿qué tan importante es esta pelea para la gente de México, para Canelo, que puede unificar y hacer historia para toda la atmósfera del boxeo de México?
Yo creo que el sábado va a tener a un montón de mexicanos esperando su victoria, porque siempre que un mexicano está arriba del ring, la gente está pendiente.
Bueno, sabemos si esto sucede, haga historia en la historia del boxeo de México. Mucha gente todavía no puede aceptar que puede sobrepasar a Julio César Chávez, una leyenda. ¿Usted cree que la gente puede aceptarlo ya después de esta victoria el sábado por la noche?
Mira, es tocado una explicación bien difícil que tal vez no lo puedas entender. En México, para que un peleador se convierta en ídolo, le cuelga muchísimo.
No, no puede llegar un peleador y hacer una carrera grandiosa nada más y ganar y meterse en el corazón del boxeo, de la gente en México. Ese es otro rollo totalmente diferente. Y si la gente discute que si es ídolo o no es ídolo, no. Para que él llegue a ser ídolo necesita meterse en el corazón de la gente.
Bueno,
y eso está muy cabrón.
Sí, al final de todo, ¿en dónde pone Canelo sobre todos los boxeadores mexicanos? ¿En la lista de 5, los mejores 5, los mejores 10?
Sobre todo los peleadores mexicanos, es una pregunta que me hace difícil. No. Yo creo comparado con algunos peleadores mexicanos, te vuelvo a repetir que el boxeo, la columna vertebral del boxeo mexicano está hecha por mexicanos. El Canelo es un mexicano más, gran peleador, gran atleta.
Nacho, vimos recientemente.
¿Cómo usted espera que Caleb Plant se compare que adentro del cuadrilátero contra Canelo?
Pues va a tener que echarle mucho valor para que la gente le reconozca su esfuerzo, pero yo creo que el Canelo hoy por hoy es un atleta completo y si lo agarra bien lo va a destruir.
He says that he needs a lot of courage, stepping in there to even be acknowledged. But Canelo's a complete and total athlete, and I think he's going to destroy him.
Would Barrera said Marco Antonio Barrera said if he wins this fight, he may be the greatest fighter from Mexico of all time. What do you think, Nacho?
Que dijo Barrera que en su opinión que si gana el Canelo el sábado, que él piensa que sería el mejor boxeador mexicano en la historia. Yo sé que ahorita acaba de hablar de eso.
Es una opinión respetable. Yo no comulgo con esa idea, pero es muy respetable lo que piensa Barrera.
He said it's a respectable opinion and thought, but not something he would agree with. Usted acaba de decir que para que sea el mejor mexicano, que, siempre va a haber las comparaciones con Chávez, ¿verdad? Pero si lo entendí correcto, usted piensa que Chávez fue más para la gente.
Lo que pasa es que cómo puedes comparar a un peleador que ya tiene años de retirado, que ya es un viejito que le pega al costal muy bien, con un atleta que está actualmente como el mejor. No hay
Son
comparación.
tiempos diferentes.
Es una herejía hacer una comparación de un hombre ya mayor que ya pasó y que fue un ídolo con un peleador que piensa en un momento convertirse en ídolo del boxeo mexicano. Todavía no es el ídolo del boxeo mexicano.
¿Usted no cree que es uno de ellos? O sea, cuando se nombra ídolos, obviamente Chávez, Salvador Sánchez, ¿usted piensa que Canelo es uno de esos nombres que se menciona?
Te voy a poner un ejemplo. México es un país que ha hecho campeonatos mundiales de fútbol y campeonatos de los Juegos Olímpicos y todo eso. Es un país importante deportivamente hablando. Para poder ganarse un lugar en México se necesita hacer eso y más. Es comparar, por ejemplo, a Mayweather, mucha gente lo denosta a Mayweather, porque es un peleador que tiene un estilo difícil, un poquito feo, pero es el mejor peleador o fue el mejor peleador.
Nacho, who is the toughest fight out there for Canelo?
¿Cuál es la pelea más difícil para Canelo ahorita fue en su división o afuera de la división? Para Canelo ahorita, lo que él le preguntó.
¿Cuál? Perdón.
¿Cuál es la pelea más difícil para Canelo ahorita en la división? ¿O un peleador?
No ha tenido rival, a todos los ha aplastado.
So he said in the division, there's no tough fight. He's ran through all of them.
Benavidez? David Benavidez?
He said that he would destroy him.
Oh, he would destroy
Nacho, ahorita primeramente hay muchos que dicen que la tercera pelea contra Canelo no llamaría bastante la atención para Canelo. ¿Usted cree que está de acuerdo con ese?
No estoy de acuerdo, yo creo que lo podría hasta lastimar.
¿A Gennady Golovkin en este momento?
Sí, el momento de Golovkin ya pasó y sería peligroso enfrentarlo al Canelo en la actualidad, al Canelo actual. Es muy fuerte, el entrenador se ha preocupado por tenerlo como un gran atleta.
Se ha hablado hasta nombres entre Canelo y Eddie Reynoso, han mencionado nombres como Bivol o Beterbiev en las 175 libras.
Sí, porque ellos tienen todo el derecho del mundo de echar a volar sus ideas y muy bien planteados, porque van a ganar muchísimo dinero, pero ninguno de estos creo que le pueda ganar
al Canelo. He said that he doesn't feel that a Bivol or a Beterbiev would even win. He's like, yeah, he'd make a lot of money, but I don't see them beating. He says, I don't see anybody in the sport beating Canelo at this point.
How would this version of Canelo have done against Prime Mayweather? Would it have been any different?
El Canelo que vemos ahora en día, ¿verdad? O sea, obviamente un Canelo diferente. ¿Cómo se compara para contra el Mayweather con el que peleó hace 8 años?
Creo yo que Mayweather felizmente está retirado y que no va a regresar nunca, porque hizo bien, es inteligente la actitud de él. Pero compararlo ahorita, decir, oye, ¿cómo verías a Mayweather, el Mayweather pasado con esto? Pues es una pregunta que me hace muy difícil.
You know, he says it's impossible to say. He's
si
like,
fuera Mayweather, el actual Mayweather, pues claro que se lo vuelve a meter porque es demasiado inteligente, demasiado bien.
You know, he's like, it's impossible to say, but you know, Mayweather was extremely intelligent, one of the smartest, and you know, he's happily retired because he's a very smart fighter and has made a lot of smart investments. So.
¿Usted qué piensa de Juan Manuel Márquez con Cotto, una exhibición? ¿Usted está de acuerdo y usted estaría en la esquina de Juan Manuel Márquez?
No estoy de acuerdo, mira. Cotto, Márquez, algo que no se llevó. ¿Por qué? Porque va a pelear uno como en peso más de mediano contra Juan Manuel Márquez, que es así de pequeñito y que es fuerte, pero no da el peso. Sería una aberración, aunque es una exhibición nada más, pero no creo que se lleve a cabo.
Nacho, vimos un par de meses cómo fue Pacquiao su última pelea. Ya dijo que se retiró. ¿Usted cree que está bien que Pacquiao se retire en este momento o que regrese, digamos, se vuelva? Dado su edad que ya tiene edad de 40 años.
Que sería lo más estúpido que pueda hacer un peleador como él, que se retiró en el momento justo que debería de haberse ido. ¿Por qué? Porque ya era peligroso que se enfrentara a peleadores difíciles. Yo creo que hizo bien y le aplaudo a donde quiera que esté.
En esa demostración que tuvo contra Vargas, ¿ya se pudo ver la edad de Pacquiao?
Sí, claro, no le ganó el cubano, le ganó la edad.
Muchas gracias.
No, por favor, gracias.
Sí, ¿qué ando haciendo? Pues trabajando.
Looks like Sean's gonna get some sugar here. That wraps it up from my end. So we got Sean Patel, my man. He's gonna be waiting for the one security trainer. Right. Awesome. Stay tuned. We got some stuff coming from Dirrell. Got some stuff on live. If you something, you can rewind back and wait for the shipping now to be popping up. So we got some cool stuff coming up.